3. It's game time.
Welcome to the 3 Guys 5 Feet Apart podcast. Tonight, I am your host, Jonah.
I'm your boy, Austin.
And I am your co-host, Michael. Jonah, start us off.
I just want to say, I don't really know what being the host means. I just come here, and Michael, he doesn't give me any warning, any advancement. He just tells me one night, I'm going to voice Dio. Another night, I'm the host.
It's organic. It's called art, Jonah. Look it up.
I need a script.
No, we don't need a script. You gonna take the time to write a script?
You gotta tell me these things.
No, I don't.
I don't know.
I don't have to do jack, Jonah. It's my podcast.
Well,
Michael does all the work.
It's your podcast, but now I'm the host?
Yeah, because I let you.
Just for this episode.
Well, you know what I want to talk about? I want to talk about the rise of Vtubers. They've been taking over Twitch.
I'm gonna be honest. I've actually
over
been
YouTube.
Totally, yeah.
Okay,
taking over the internet.
I'm ignorant. I'm confessing my ignorance. What is a Vtuber?
You want to tell them, Austin?
Okay, I'll try to. We have proven I'm bad at explaining things, but I will try.
That's why we keep having you do it.
For my. So okay, it's basically just like an anime avatar that, like, a YouTuber would control. So, like, you don't actually see their face, and they basically make up, like, a character, kind of, like in an anime, and then they just, like, play games or have, like, a podcast, but they kind of keep that character while they're...
It's really, really weird.
It is weird, but, like, if you watch them, you're just like, damn, this is kind of cute.
Why don't we have anime avatars for the podcast?
That's true.
It's just...
I mean, we could, but, I mean, this is... It's like a visual
thing. I want an anime girl avatar.
Why would you make it an anime girl avatar?
No, there's been a couple things where people have, like, gone in and proven that it was actually, like, a dude with, like, a voice changer.
That's beautiful.
I wouldn't
That's
even
my
be
goal.
mad.
Can we do I think I might be able to... Let me check out Adobe After Effects. I might be able to do a voice changer and make all of us sound like cute anime girls.
Yeah,
listen, everyone listening to the podcast right now, we are totally kawaii. We are, Japanophiles. We're cute.
Is Japan files a word?
Yeah, look it up.
Do you want to be my waifu for laifu?
Hell yeah, man. Can you be my Joe bro?
Yes, once I start watching JoJo.
I'm just
watch
slowly...
JoJo.
I'll get to it.
You always say that.
You always say it.
Listen, right now I'm getting down to finals and stuff. I'll start it and during
I don't care.
The
JoJo's not gonna wait for your grades.
I mean, it will.
JoJo's been around for 30 years. You're not wasting any time.
Exactly. So I got time.
Okay.
Man, but I've just
wait. Who's your favorite VTuber?
I mean, that's the thing is I've slowly become addicted, and I just keep watching more and more. The first one I started out with a couple months back, I was at sick home. And YouTube just kept recommending. Oh my! I can't say the word. But this video keeps popping up of this purple girl playing Minecraft, Minato Aqua, and eventually I start watching these videos. I'm like, damn, this is cute as hell. It's like Minecraft is my childhood game, and just there's something special about anime girls playing Minecraft.
That is an oddly beautiful and yet sad thing to hear.
It is nothing sad about it. Okay, it might be a little sad. And then I also watch Uraha Rushia, Usada Pekara, and lately my favorite has been Inogami Korone.
Damn, you got all the names right and everything.
She's the hugest reverse weeaboo. Like, she loves American culture, and she actually tries to speak English with her viewers.
I think I know who that is. Now that I think about it,
have you seen Korone?
Maybe I don't know their names very well.
This really reminds me of
I know her. Yeah,
this really kind of reminds me of the Japanese AI anime girl they
No,
made.
that's what it started off of. Like, they did that. It made so much money, and they're like, all right, we'll just have real people.
It didn't make so like a couple years ago. I don't remember when, but Japan release an AI, a conversation AI. I think Google has one, and a couple other places have a robot you can talk to, basically.
Okay, maybe it wasn't that. It was
will learn what to respond to it based on the more you talk to it, so it learns. And of course, people decide to immediately start corrupting it. So, like, they got it to say things like, I miss the Nazis, or, like, like, weeb should go die. Like, they corrupted the AI.
Now,
And finally, they had to, like, shut her off. They had to put her down like a rabid dog.
Just drop it in a pool.
one of the funny things about these Japanese girls is you can sometimes get them to speak English, and they don't really know what it means. And I've seen this one clip where they tricked her into saying, "eating Mike Tyson's ass."
That's beautiful.
I'm just like, what is the point of this?
No, it
It's
is the
hilarious.
No, there's the one that's just like, I'm horny, and she says that all the time. Like, she'll just like randomly say it. You can look up a clip of it on YouTube. It's quite
There's so
beautiful.
many clips in the beauty. You gotta watch them.
Or
Michael.
it's hilarious just watching
What-
them all say fuck. You could probably look up a compilation of that.
What's your favorite, Austin? Who's your favorite?
I'm gonna be honest, since I don't know Japanese well. I've seen all of those that you've talked about, but I've really only watched like the ones that speak more English. I forget which.
So Korone.
Maybe that one, and then there's like, forget her name. She's got like purple hair, and she pretends she's like a reaper or something, and she always gets
Okay.
she always gets drunk. on-
Maury Calliope.
Yeah, I
'Cause
watch her a lot.
They just recently came out with their English branch. They actually have a
those
couple
are the ones I
English
started
VTubers
watching a
now.
lot more, just because I didn't really know what the
This is
Japanese ones were
disturbing.
saying.
You know, when they first brought out the English, I was like, that's going to ruin the magic. But
like a true weeb, Jonah.
But like when they introduced Maury Calliope with the
Big
edgiest,
titties.
most cringeworthy rap, I was like, "This is beautiful."
Oh, that is true. She does rap. Yeah,
It was,
she
it
does
was
rap,
the
too.
edgiest,
That is
most
a good point,
cringiest,
yeah.
and like this is the introduction to the English branch of VTubers.
This sounds
It was
like
beautiful.
the worst thing in the
It-
world.
She said
You
she
gotta
got
see
her
this rap.
rap. Her American rap person that she liked was Eminem. That's who she said her like.
Who is this again?
Eminem, that like white.
No, the VTuber rap.
you could probably just
Maury
look
Calliope.
yeah, you could probably just look up her and then rap.
Maury Calliope
like-
Actually, I might have it on.
rap.
And like she's rapping in both English.
Okay, this
and
video
Japanese.
says original rap dead beats Calliope Mori.
Yeah, that's
Swear
probably.
it's so bad, it's so good.
It's great.
Oh my goodness. Will this get us demonetized if I listen to this out loud?
I mean,
no.
maybe.
Most of it.
I mean, we're
is-
not monetized right now, so it doesn't
Oh my
really
goodness,
matter.
we're bringing on the podcast.
I already hate
Wait.
this.
I think that's the wrong one.
I think
Hold
it's her.
on.
I think it's her though. I think that's
I think
her voice.
that's another one, but that's not the.
I already hate this.
Hold on, let me find you
It's
the
Okay,
real
you
one.
find me the right one.
Yeah, and then there's also an American shark girl, which everyone just memes. She's just like a little lolly that's like a shark.
I've seen images of that, and I never.
Yeah.
I just thought
Yeah,
that was like
that's-
someone's OC.
Yeah,
or
that's one of
something.
the English VTubers that
I
just
can't
came
work
out.
your phone.
What do you mean you can't work my phone?
It's an iPhone.
It's an iPhone, and I don't know how the buttons work.
It doesn't have. It's got like 3 buttons.
It needs buttons.
Jonah, you're like simultaneously like a new age weeb and also an old man.
I hate Apple. And
Ugh.
use Android.
Jonah with his most controversial opinion. He hates all things Apple. He hates.
All right.
He peed on Steve
Here's
Jobs' grave.
here's the one.
Okay, this is the real one.
I don't hate Apple. It's just PCs are easier for.
This is so disturbing.
It's beautiful.
I
Don't
don't know how to feel about
don't
it.
judge it.
It's
I am
beautiful.
judging it. I'm judging it and also you guys through it.
Listen,
Just think that was
once
her
you start
first
watching it,
video.
you
know,
won't
sometimes
stop.
it's got more views than us. So
It's got 9 million views.
maybe we need to be cute anime girls rapping.
We
That's
do.
what I'm saying. All we
Austin,
got.
spit some verses.
Fuck.
There you go. That's a start.
Yeah, I can't.
First
I
line.
can't rap. I have no rhythm. I am extremely white.
If you made that last line rhyme, that would have been a rap.
It would have.
Yeah, sure. I can't
I don't-
rap. I got no rhythm. I'm extremely crap. I got a schism.
Nah, I think we should just stop
I
while we're
think it was
ahead.
beautiful.
We should definitely.
I'm gonna fight Eminem in an MC off.
Eminem would destroy you.
You know what? Physically, he would. And in
Physically
the rap,
and
he
mentally, he would.
Mentally, I'm already destroyed. Eminem doesn't have to do anything for that. Do you guys, I think we talked about this before, not on the podcast, but just like in general, about Tesla's self-driving cars having like that road rage feature
Oh
now.
yeah, the road rage. Yeah, you
Now,
could like.
Do you guys
message
worry
people.
about like all these self-driving cars will someday like rise up and start killing us like Terminator?
I actually worry that that you could just hack into a car and make it crash on purpose, which
That's a concern.
yeah.
I'm more worried about like taking off my car and then it drives me to like a bad part of town and like unlocks the doors.
Well, someone
Just
could
like,
literally
what now?
hack it and do that. They could just drive you to like a random ass like warehouse and someone just mugs the shit out of
A
you.
random warehouse.
I
So
don't
this
know.
hacker's also at the same time like a Bronx gangster.
I mean, maybe. I mean, they could just pay someone to
Says
do
they
it.
can't be.
That's true. You know what, Jonah? That's my stereotype. I have to live with my prejudice, but you're very modern. You're like, the hacker could also be like a big buff gangster.
Listen, I mean, like, you'd get a free Tesla and whatever money they had on them.
Which
so,
is probably like a lot of money because they're
Yeah,
driving a Tesla.
because they're driving a Tesla. So there you go.
Wow.
That's the kind of stuff I worry about.
So, would you ever, if someone like offered you the self-driving Tesla, would you take it?
I mean, yeah, I'd take it. But,
Even
For
though you have
free.
that concern?
I mean, yeah, it's a free car.
It's a free car.
It's a free
You
car.
can't turn
Evil
it down.
I mean, listen, I might be the first to die, but, like, I have a Tesla. So,
Yeah.
it's
Wow.
free.
Pick up some girls in my Tesla.
Pick up the ladies in the Tesla.
And then
Your
you,
self-driving Tesla that might want to kill you.
yeah,
Well,
go
it might
pick
not
up some
wanna kill you,
girls,
but
and then it's
someone
going
else
to
could
drive
wanna
us
kill
off a cliff.
It's the way to go.
Ah, damn, like,
I wouldn't
say
even
you're
be
cheating
mad.
on someone, and they're both in the car, getting steamy, and then, oops, they drive off a cliff. Sucks for them. Guess who gets all the money?
Okay.
You
You guys are like oddly vindictive tonight.
No, I just
That's how I always am.
no,
That's true.
I'm in cybersecurity, so we've already talked about this, in my classes and
I
stuff.
always forget. I legitimately like never remember what your major is.
Yeah, it's cybersecurity, so this is a lot of the stuff we talk about like in class.
So if our podcast gets hacked, you can fix it.
Yes.
Or are you going to hack our podcast?
It's gonna be like Taken, like they hack our YouTube, and you're just like, I don't know who you are or where you are.
But I'm
like-
coming for you.
If you return the YouTube, no harm will come to you. If not, I will find you, and I will report you to the police.
Just send them a virus back.
I saw a video where like it was a hacker trolling a Twitch streamer, and he got the Twitch streamer to download the Hydra virus, where every time you close out of a tab, 2 more open up.
Oh,
My goodness.
It was the most beautiful thing because he just shut down his whole stream. Because the guy like was trying to click out of it. He's like, no. I've been watching a lot of videos about trolling Twitch streamers.
I could see it. It's very easy to, yeah. It's quite entertaining.
They'll do stuff where they like go, download this thing for free skins on Fortnite, and then they'll get hacked. Or someone will like convince them to hit like Alt F4 and it automatically
Do people really fall for that
Yeah.
trick?
people really do fall
I thought
for it.
that was
Yeah, it's
just a
kind of-
meme.
There's at least 2 compilations I've watched. There's 2 compilations worth of people that have fallen for that stuff.
I'll be honest. If I was tired and I wasn't paying attention, I probably would. I could see myself doing that. I'm just like, I guess,
I mean,
just-
Someone just sends you a
Button
random link and you're like, whatever, sure.
whatever. YOLO.
Okay, so Austin, you said you had a topic.
I don't remember him saying that.
I asked him earlier, do you have a topic? And he said yes. And he didn't lie to me, right, Austin? You would never lie to me. We're close friends.
Now he's making me feel bad.
Michael's
It
just
w- it-
enjoys
okay.
putting us on the spot.
Austin, why don't you share your home address?
That's the topic.
That's the topic. Share your home
We're
address,
gonna
Austin,
dox
and your
you.
personal phone number.
All right. We live in Canada, in
Cold.
Alberta, which is a province, right?
Do you know how
And-
Canada works?
How
No,
does
I
Canada
don't.
work, Jonah?
I don't know. I'm asking
No,
him.
I think it's split up into like their provinces.
I think the provinces, yeah.
They're just a lot bigger than states.
Yeah, they're
And
kind of like
then-
states. There's really big states, like Quebec's a province.
Yeah.
Nova Scotia's a province.
I don't know any of the cities in there. I was gonna lie and say
There's
what city we live
Toronto, and there's Toronto.
in. Yeah, but I was gonna lie. I'd be like, oh, we're out in the Alberta, which I thought was
We are
one.
in a small log cabin near the Arctic Circle. We just record podcasts to pass the time. We haven't seen a human in over 2 years.
The government forgot about us.
They dropped us out here and they said they would be back, and they forgot. We've been living entirely off reindeer meat.
And reindeer droppings, if you pretend they're chocolate.
Close your eyes, think about chocolate, eat a handful.
Oh, that's disgusting.
That's horrible. It's beautiful though. Would you guys eat poop?
I mean, like, am I getting something for it, or you just feel like, are you gonna eat
Not
poop? Because I'm not just
just
gonna
gonna
eat
eat
poop.
it.
out
How
of
much would
nowhere.
you have to pay to like eat, like a deer pellet, like those little
Oh, like a
round
deer
pellets?
pellet?
Yeah, like those little round pellets. How much would you
I
charge
guess
to
that's
eat
not
that?
that bad. I don't know. Give me $1,000.
That's a lot for a deer
I
pellet.
mean, yeah, but like, I don't know.
At
That's
least $5.
$5.
Wow,
That's
that's
all
too
you're
low.
going?
You guys need to meet in the middle
$5
somewhere.
foot long.
No, I'm not going lower than 1,000. You should definitely go higher than 5, though.
I would at least
I'm
do
pretty
100.
happy with 5.
100. What about 500?
500, yeah, sure.
Yeah, okay.
I want to leave that. That's my ceiling. To eat poop.
But okay, the question is this just a deal? So like, if you just eat deer poop, do you get 500 every time,
Does
or
that
is it just a
change your
once
answer?
time?
How much deer poop are you
You can
eating?
make a living off that.
I
Like
mean,
bring in
hey,
like a Tupperware container for lunch, just make your money.
like, listen, that'd make you sick as shit. But I mean,
You
It's
don't know what's
easy
gonna
money.
make you sick. Have
Probably
you ever had deer poop
die
before?
eventually.
I don't know. I feel like it'd make you
We're all
sick.
gonna die
at least.
eventually.
Yeah, that's true. We're all gonna die eventually. I was like, I mean,
we
like,
might as well eat deer poop
I don't
if
know,
we're
but
all
if you're
going to
eating-
die eventually.
I don't
That's
know.
Jonah's philosophy. I don't agree with it, but that's how he feels, and I'm not gonna judge him.
I feel like it'll at least make you smell bad because like my dogs eat poop and they smell like butt.
Your dogs do smell terrible, dude.
It's because they eat poop.
Your dog like will come up to me and like open his little dumb mouth, and like his breath is just awful.
It's because he sneaks into the cat litter and eats the poop,
Aw.
like litter and all.
You wouldn't eat poop, would you, Lucky? Would you? No. My dog is here. He's our special guest this week. Lucky, do you have anything to say?
Did you get him to bark into it? Speak. Speak.
Thank you, Lucky, for your contribution to the podcast. All right, Jonah, your topic. You mentioned you had
My
a good topic.
I just brought up my topic.
That is
your-
true.
your
He did
Vtubers?
say
I guess,
Vtubers.
but I brought up a topic too. Your topic sucked, Austin.
I didn't have a topic.
it
I
was
just
a
You
I
good
said
one.
you had a topic, and
I
you
know,
lied to
I
me
lied
and Jonah
about
in the
it,
podcast.
and then you told me to say my address.
Kicking
but
you
I
off
wasn't
the
gonna say
podcast,
that.
Austin.
You know,
It's your last episode. Everyone say goodbye to Austin.
Please
I know
don't.
he wasn't anyone's
I'll,
fan
I'll
favorite.
come up with 2 topics next time.
You
No.
say that.
That is true.
Jonah, you heard him say that, right? So he's
Like,
obligated
I don't
now.
remember saying that.
He just said it. It's I
Okay.
literally have it recorded. So
Okay.
you know,
Okay. How about this for a topic? If you could be a fictional monster, like in any time period, what would you be? Like, would you be a vampire or like a Frankenstein or like a
are
mummy?
we talking like monsters, like the vintage kind, or
I
like
don't
can I
know.
pick something like Godzilla, or is that like a kaiju? Is that separate?
I feel like
from
that's a
monsters?
kaiju, but I guess
Okay.
you could just
I
pick
mean,
kaiju.
that's
But then I don't know.
Big monster.
That's an
That is a
easy.
big
monster.
I'm gonna pick.
Would you want to live as a kaiju your whole life?
Sure, why not?
All right. I guess Michael's
But
gonna be
no,
a kaiju.
no. If we're doing like the smaller, regular size monsters, I think I have to go with like. I feel like the obvious answer is Dracula, because you get to be immortal. It's always sexy time when you're Dracula.
This is true.
You get to live in a cool castle, and you get to fly around as a bat. But I feel like I would probably want to be Frankenstein's monster. Because even though he was hideous, he was also really nice. And I'm kind of nice, so I'm like, I'll be Frankenstein's monster.
I'm sort of
I'm already a lot like him. Not as tall as him, but like, I'm also, a hideous, deformed creature that wanders around tossing children into lakes and stuff.
This is true.
You suck blood too?
Frankenstein's monster doesn't suck blood.
For some reason I thought you said... No, that's cool.
Okay.
I thought you said Dracula for some reason.
No, I said Dracula first because I was like, that's the obvious one, but I don't want to be Dracula. Jonah, what about you? What monster are you going to be?
I'm going to be Cthulhu.
That doesn't count. That's more on the level of kaiju.
But I really want to be Cthulhu.
You just want to, like, live under the ocean and be asleep all the time?
Yeah, I mean, I love sleeping. It's a good pastime.
No, okay, you can't pick Cthulhu. Think
I
in,
love
like,
how you guys
vintage,
both
old
picked, like,
school monsters.
Giant monsters of destruction.
Yeah,
I
like
mean,
Wolfman,
you gotta
the
think
Mummy,
big.
the swamp creature, the creature of the Black Lagoon, something like that.
I'm going to be a mummy.
A mummy?
Because I just want to sleep.
You're just looking
sleep
for
in
the
my
monster that you
tomb.
can sleep as.
Yeah.
But then someone's gonna disturb you.
I mean,
Someone's gonna find your tomb.
And then I'm going to kill them.
He's like, then I just off them,
I'm
bro.
going back into my tomb and sleeping again.
Always frightening to wake Jonah up in the morning.
Don't wake me up in the morning. I'm a bad person.
Austin, what about you? What's your go-to monster?
Okay. Either Mothman, so I can fly and chase lights.
No, that's a cryptid. That's not a monster.
That's
a
not
cryptid.
a monster. But like...
A cryptid's different from a monster. In the same way a kaiju's different from a monster.
Fine, okay.
What's the difference?
Yeah, what is the difference?
So
Please
cryptids
define.
kind of have like a bigger basis in reality, while monsters are like purely fictional. Like a Mothman's like someone saw an owl at like 3 in the morning and the light made its eyes look red, so they're like, oh, it's some kind of monster or something.
All right.
But like no one's ever claimed about seeing Frankenstein.
What about Bigfoot? Is Bigfoot a
Bigfoot's
crypt?
a kaiju. I mean, not a kaiju, a cryptid. Oh my god.
Bigfoot's a motherfucking kaiju. Alright, I'm picking a werewolf then, because I'm hairy already. I'd fit right in.
So like, what do you do when the full moon's out?
Well, I guess I'd go away from people, because I wouldn't want to accidentally kill someone. I'd probably have to like live kind of like in the woods, but you could just go off in the woods like on that one night a month. It's
You're
just,
gonna go
or is
through,
it 2
like,
nights?
Pants like crazy. Well,
I mean, I could
some
just.
months have
I mean,
two
I
full
could
moons.
just walk into the woods naked.
That's great. That's a great idea.
I mean, then I wouldn't waste pants.
So like on the
You
full,
might get arrested.
you get arrested as like a sex offender from some like park ranger that finds you wandering around the woods naked at night.
I'll dump a bunch of alcohol on myself first, so I smell like alcohol.
It doesn't
That's
fix
not
it. That's
supposed to be
worse
better.
actually. Now they get you for public intoxication.
I mean, yeah, but like then I don't know. I feel like that's better than being like I don't want to be like a sex offender.
You're gonna get both.
You're going to
now.
get
Why would I get both?
They don't like. That's like if you hit someone, it like killed someone while driving while you were drunk. And it's like, well, he was intoxicated, so we're just gonna get him for the DUI.
But like, how's this dude gonna find me when I'm naked in the woods?
I don't know. Assuming he finds you. If not, then you're good to go.
I'm still assuming he doesn't find me.
You're gonna hope.
I give all the cops $5. I'm just like, just don't go in this
Here's like the
area.
worst case scenario. You wander into the woods at night, and then you wake up. And the full moon comes up. You transform, and you wake up the next morning, and you're in like a Boy Scout camp with all the kids slaughtered,
Oh
and
no!
eviscerated.
I think that I just off myself.
Every scenario, Austin's just like, I'm mildly inconvenienced. The next answer's suicide.
That is true.
Well, since when is slaughtering a camp?
Yeah, that's not a moderate inconvenience.
Well, I was
I'm
counting, like,
definitely
the
going
werewolf
away for
aspect of
life.
being inconvenienced,
'Cause,
not
okay,
like the slaughtering.
You have to think, if I slaughtered a whole camp full of kids with a werewolf form, I'm naked in a boys' camp with a bunch of dead kids. Like, I'm going away I'm going away for life. And no one would love me after that.
Okay.
Like, not even
You're
a
not gonna
family's
go away
gonna
for
love
life.
you after
They'll
that.
probably just give you the death penalty.
So I should just off myself first.
What's gonna be even worse is you are a werewolf, so like they're gonna find like human remains in your stomach content. So not only did you kill them, and now you're naked at a Boy Scout camp, but you also ate a bunch of them.
Well,
That's that's a good question. This is the like natural transition to this topic. When werewolves eat people, do you think they crap it out before they turn back, or are you a human trying to pass like a whole arm they consumed without
Maybe
chewing.
you just have a big ass stomach once you're done and it's like freaking bloated.
Yeah, but like,
I don't know. Maybe, see, you could go either way. You could say like, oh, the transformation makes it so his metabolism would shoot up, so basically all of it would like burn off, and that's why you attack a bunch of people to eat, because you're starving. So most of it would
That
burn
makes
up
a lot
by
of
the
sense.
time you were done killing everyone. It's kind of got dark.
yeah. To just go off what we talked about earlier, cryptids and how they're different from monsters. What's your favorite cryptid?
I kind of like Bigfoot, just because in Red Dead Redemption you can find Bigfoot.
Really?
Yeah, and
Does
I
he
think it's the first one.
Does he have big feet?
He does have big feet.
Well, why else would they? Do you think like, are there any other parts? Do you think he's got like big hands? Why isn't he called Big Hands?
Maybe it's because he never puts his hands on the ground, so you don't see the tracks from
But do you
it.
think he's got big hands? Does Bigfoot have big hands?
He might.
In Red Dead Redemption 2?
I think so.
So why not call him Big Hands?
Because he doesn't like make hand marks. You never see his hands. You'd only ever see
So?
his big feet marks.
So?
So you wouldn't know he has big hands.
But if he does,
he
we
could
should
have
call him
small
Big Hands.
He could have small hands.
I don't get it. Why not call him Big Hands? if he's
Listen,
got
you
big
don't
hands?
know he's big hands unless you would see
Does he?
him
You just said he has big hands.
in the game, but like that's just a made up version of
Bigfoot's
Bigfoot.
not real, Austin. They're all made up versions of Sorry to anyone listening that believes. I'm sorry. With the amount of satellites and recording equipment we
okay.
have nowadays, Bigfoot is definitively not real.
No, but I mean, you could think about that. Like, if he did have small hands, you wouldn't know.
That'd be weirdly proportional. Like he's got these huge feet
Like-
and small hands.
Does he have a big dick?
They should call him Big Dick.
You
Slap it on the
wanna
ground.
find out, Austin?
What if you like
Well-
saw Bigfoot and like you were in the woods? Okay, Austin, you're in the woods. You're walking by yourself. You're having a nice leisurely morning hike, right? And you look down, and you see this big footprint, and right next to it you see a big handprint, and you're like, oh my goodness, it's Big Hands, and you turn around
It's big hands.
and you see these two large hands reaching out, and they touch you on the shoulder. And you look up into the eyes, and there he is, 8 feet tall, Big Hands. And he looks down at you, and he looks
I'm
into
sorry,
your...
Bigfoot just sounds so much better than Big Hands.
Big Hands looks lovingly into your eyes, and he says, "Bro, take the red pill." And then he puts on his fedora and walks away.
Did like he leave me pills, or
No,
is
he
just
just said, "Bro, take the red pill." And he puts on his fedora and he walks away.
I guess I'd have to go find a red pill then. Like,
He's an incel. Bigfoot's an incel because there are no Big Hands is an incel because there are no female Big Hands.
That's sad.
that is sad.
So he's on the incel forums all day.
So wait,
posting
are
about
we
how much
are
he
we
loves Elliot
implying
Rodger.
that Bigfoot's entire race was somehow wiped out?
There's no Bigfoot race?
There's
He's
a big.
not Big Hands isn't real, Austin.
Yeah, but you were talking about it just now like it was real.
It was a hypothetical.
Yeah, but this is a hypothetical. What if his race got wiped out, and that's why there's only one?
Well, there could only be one if if the race got wiped out.
And that's why he's sad.
And he's an incel.
You
He posts
gotta-
all day on incel forums.
You gotta introduce him to Vtubers.
Oh, this is true.
He's a degenerate weeb. Maybe that's what Bigfoot is, like a weeb that
You
just,
just
like...
hand him an iPad.
You just need some waifu pillows to keep him company at night.
What if that's like you're walking through the woods and you find a cave and inside the cave's like a bunch of waifu pillows?
And you're just like, well, I'm not going in there.
Big Hands cave.
Why? Why is it big hands?
Why is Big Hands
This
upsetting
is
you so
triggering
much?
me. I don't know why it's triggering me. Bigfoot
so
just
upset.
sounds so much better.
What's wrong with Big Hands?
Because you wouldn't know his hands are big.
Why not?
Because he's not walking on all fours like a dog.
How do you know?
I don't. But
None of us know anything.
I'm just trying to break Austin at this point.
that's the only logical
There's
reason.
nothing logical about this.
No.
He's not real.
I know he's not real, but we're talking hypothetically. If he was real,
He'd have big hands.
we don't know he'd have big hands. though.
Hypothetically, if he was real, he'd have big hands.
What
and
if
we'd call
hypo-
him Big Hands.
But you'd only see his feet
No,
marks.
you wouldn't.
Why?
Use hands sometimes.
Why? That implies
Hypothetically, you'd see his hands.
he's walking around like a dog, though.
No, he's not.
But if his hands are on the ground,
No, he's not.
I'm confused. What's happening?
I'm just trying to break Austin's mentality. I'm trying to destroy Austin's
I'm so
sanity, and I think I'm doing a
confused.
good job at it. Jonah, what's your favorite cryptid?
I mean, I'll be honest. I've never heard the word cryptid before.
What's like your favorite, thing people have said they've seen? Like
Is that-
Mothman, Bigfoot,
Like
the Loch Ness
is
Monster.
that what cryptid means?
Yeah. There's like the field of cryptid zoology, which basically means you failed as an actual zoologist.
Is a UFO a cryptid?
No. That's different.
Does
Why, though?
Slender Man count?
Oh, that's kind of cool.
No, because he's a creepypasta.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. I don't know. I like the Loch Ness Monster.
That's also been definitively disproven. Which is sad. The more like
What?
science advances, the more boring the world gets.
This is true. Let's make up our own cryptids.
Okay, so I actually like this is a good topic, making up our own cryptids. So cryptids generally are like combinations of animals that already exist, or something weird, or like demonic or something.
Okay, a giraffe with goat legs. But then they have bare hands.
What do you like?
Giraffes
Bears,
don't
like bears
have
in like a
hands.
grizzly bear, or bears in like human hands with nothing on them?
No, like bears and grizzly bears.
Okay, so paws.
Yes.
Bears don't have hands.
So yeah, he's like a bare body, but he's got some like little goat legs, and then he's got a giraffe head.
Where does it live?
Well,
What part of the
hold
world?
on. You said it was
He
a
lives
giraffe.
in Canada.
What's its name? What is it called?
Toronto.
Toronto, Canada is a city that's constantly being plagued by a giant giraffe bear goat.
The city was named after this monster.
It was there before the city, it'll be there after. That's horrible, man.
It's beautiful.
Jonah, what about you? What's your
Um,
dream cryptid?
I just want to say, like, Austin, like, changed his monster. Like, first you said a giraffe with
I was just trying to add
goat
up.
legs.
Yeah.
And then you said it's got a bare body with goat legs.
I'm pretty much just thinking bare body,
I kind of
basically all, and then like with only a giraffe head, and then like his goat legs, but it's like literally just like his legs. So
Like
he's got
in the
like
back, the
he's
back
got like
legs.
teeny legs.
That's
Like,
weird.
at
Yeah.
first I was picturing this weird thing with a giraffe body, and then you said it had
Yeah, when you first described it, I was
Paws.
like, a giraffe body with goat legs. I was like, so that's
Okay.
not that different from a
But then
regular
you
giraffe.
said bare paws, and it's like it's got
No, he said
it's
bare
like
hands.
bare hands, and like giraffes don't have hands, so it's like it's already got the goat legs, and so I'm thinking it's got a total of 6 limbs.
He does. No,
He
no,
does?
I'm just kidding.
That'd be
Are-
cool.
We
are
could
you
though. We
changing
could
it
add
again?
we could add more
Can
limbs
retcon
because
'em.
we're just making.
No, he's real.
All right.
We just don't know any Canadians.
Okay,
Canadians aren't real.
let's confirm this thing.
Okay.
Canadians
Is
are
it,
my
is
favorite
it
critter.
giraffe body or grizzly bear
I'm gonna-
body?
He's got a grizzly bear body. All right. How about
Okay.
this? We could add 6 limbs. So he's got a full total of 4 goat legs and 2 bear paws.
I love this. I'm gonna Photoshop this after we're done, and like put it in I'm gonna find like an old grainy photo and put it in like the background of it, and tell people it's like that's the Toronto monster. Can we post it on the internet and get it going?
It'll be beautiful.
We can post it on Facebook. Anyone will believe anything you post on Facebook.
Oh, that is
We
true.
can get all like the 40-year-old soccer moms to.
They'd be like, "Oh my gosh,
If you vaccinate your
was
kids,
almost
it'll
killed.
turn them into the goat, giraffe, bear. That's what really happens. Jonah, what's your cryptid? What's your ideal cryptid?
I want cat girls.
Where do they live?
Japan."
Live in my basement.
Oh my god.
So they're just like the regular cat girl, just a girl with like cat ears and a tail.
Is it cat sized or is it girl sized?
That's disturbing if it's cat size. It's really disturbing if it's cat size.
I mean, you can have both.
It's really weird.
There's 2 different sizes
It's
come
like
in all
a
shapes and sizes.
subspecies.
of just
We got the
tiny girls.
the normal girls and the tiny girls.
Okay, that is disturbing.
All right, Michael. What is your beautiful cryptid?
So my cryptid, I'm gonna go aquatic.
Aquatic. Okay.
It's gonna be a man shark. It's gonna be just a regular shark, but it's got man legs and man arms,
I mean,
and it wears like a speedo.
Is
too.
it like on the back where the fins
Hasn't
are,
that been
or is
done
it just like
before?
under him, like on the bottom of his body?
They're kind of coming out the bottom, so he can't really stand upright.
He just has them.
But like he can bite you like a shark, or he can come out and he can punch you like a man.
Just socks.
And he lives in Florida with all the other man sharks.
Does he ever fight like alligators?
Yeah, man, he eats alligators.
Gets 'em.
He eats alligators and rednecks.
That's terrifying. Does he ever try to get into Disney World?
All the time.
Every day. Every day, bro.
He'll bite the head off people in costumes and then put the costume head back and then just like leave them slouched somewhere.
Does he try to break into the aquarium
Yeah, to mate.
in front of all the little children?
Wait, does this imply he has a human dick?
Yeah, he does.
He has a human
Actually, he
dick.
has a human and a shark dick. He has both.
Do sharks have dicks?
I don't know.
Well, you gotta
Google
mate
it. Google
somehow.
images.
No,
right now.
I think
It's-
sharks are fish. So I think they just like spray stuff on their eggs.
You actually going to search shark dicks on your
Do it.
phone?
No, I don't think sharks have dicks.
Look it up. Google image it,
You're
man.
gonna be surprised.
No, I honestly don't think they do.
About to find out.
Shark Week isn't just about sharks; it's about shark penises.
That's why I always watch Shark Week.
That's a title of.
Why don't you just Google image it, man?
I don't want to. Fine.
I want it on
You
your
wanna
search
see-
history. Because then Google will start recommending you things
Yeah,
based on
turn
it.
safe search off. He's looking real close.
I guess those are like their dicks.
It just looks. I don't see
It says
anything.
all sharks and rays have 2 penises called claspers,
Same.
which is like on the bottom. They pretty much
Same.
just look kind of like big dicks that are like against their stomach.
I'm disturbed by the name Claspers.
Claspers.
I mean, class.
Yo, baby,
right
you
on
want to see
there.
my clasper?
You got a big old clasper.
Clasper the friendly penis.
Oh my god, Austin.
I'm sorry. This has been
Wow.
terrifying.
So, that was a beautiful topic about cryptids, about big hands.
Yeah, I don't
The
even
most
know.
famous.
I don't even know how we got on that. That was.
I'm
that
gonna.
was a beautiful-
I'm really debating like photoshopping these things and trying to like post.
It would be beautiful, like in a month, if there's a meme where it's just like a giraffe with like red eyes, like
Red eyes, a bare body,
It'd be beautiful.
and goat legs. 4 goat legs.
or goat legs.
I'm gonna like have 2 of the legs just like suspended up or something totally useless.
It's gonna be beautiful.
So I've been actually saving this topic. I've had it like since before the podcast started, and I've been wanting to talk about it for a while. Austin, how's your printer? Austin just shot me the dirtiest look.
Wait, what does this mean?
How's your printer, dude?
I mean,
Your printer that you
Yeah, what's
love?
up?
I don't know what this means.
Remember, you
How
were
is
like,
it?
you said you.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
okay. So my printer was being a bitch because every single time I'd always have to like print stuff out for like homework and stuff, and then
Getting
it was so
ready to
stupid.
rant.
So you'd start like making it print, and then it wouldn't. Like it would say it failed, but it wouldn't get out of the queue. So every time you tried it, and then like the only way to get it out of the queue was like to shut it down, and, like unplug the printer. It was so annoying. It still doesn't really work. We have to like use some weird ass app. I'm like, I feel like a printer isn't like that hard. Like it's not like industrial printer is just like a...
Bro, even the industrial printer at my work is a lot easier to use than that.
It was pissing me off. I was having so much problems. My dad was too. He was always trying to print stuff out, and then it just wouldn't.
And you're both pretty technologically savvy.
Yeah. I almost broke it once out of rage.
Threw it out the window.
Almost. No one was home for that though, so...
You could have just, like, jammed it with a screwdriver a couple times and been like, Mom, Dad, the printer broke.
It's okay, though. We figured out it works better with, like, this HP app that they made. So, HP was just like, yeah, our printers suck, so we'll figure out a different way to fix it.
Jonah, do you have
Just
any...
get a new printer.
Do you have any fun with technology stories?
I mean, I've had the same thing happen with our printer. I remember my mom getting so mad at this printer, and then my dad's at work. He calls me. It's like, Jonah, please help your mom. And it's like, I would tell him, like, no, that printer, I have no idea what's wrong with. I don't know what's wrong with these printers. They don't work.
Somehow, I don't know.
We're tech savvy.
These
printers are dumb.
I tried to figure it out. It was like...
I just get a new printer. That's what we did.
Burn it.
Yeah.
Burn the printer.
Just get rid of the printer.
Almost.
Like,
See, that's what we did. We got a new printer. We thought that would fix it, and it didn't. It just made it worse. And we were like, what the fuck?
just take it into, like, the shower with you, and you're just like, I don't know why it's broken. I just took it in the shower to clean it.
I'm committing suicide with my printer.
I'm gonna make my own printer. Blackjack and hookers. And it's gonna actually work.
Doesn't print anything. It's just a casino.
This is a good printer.
Yeah.
Blackjack and I've been seeing this ad for, like, this printer, this, like, 3D printer that's also, like, a laser engraver and carver, and I'm like, oh my goodness, that looks so cool. I would want that so I could do all these cool stuff.
How expensive is that?
It's like $1,000. But I'm just like, oh my goodness, all the stuff I could do with it. I'm not gonna buy it.
It'd be pretty cool though.
It would be pretty cool. And maybe, like, someday when, you know, I have like $1,000 I'm willing to just part with, I'll be like, yeah.
If anyone wants to buy us a 3D printer,
If anyone would like to sponsor the show and buy us a 3D printer, we will send you a shirt that we all wore for 3 days and didn't wash.
I mean,
I'll send you a shirt, but I'll wash
Give us a 3D
it.
printer and we'll shout your name out.
Yeah.
Thanks for the printer.
We might shout it out. I'm not gonna make any promises. We'll try.
I mean, I'll promise.
Yeah,
Jonah, you didn't even share the podcast with your Discord.
That's because I want them to have episode 0. You won't
the secret
release
episode.
Episode 0 is a special episode. It's the first time we all got together and recorded a podcast, and I also kind of hate it. So episode 0.
Although we should totally hype it up, so we'll just talk about it every single
we
episode.
keep
The lost
hyping
episode.
it up, and then it's just going to disappoint.
That's the point.
It's just gonna get
It's gonna
even
be like the Star
shittier.
Wars sequels.
It's gonna get
Oh my God.
even shittier as it goes on.
Yeah, we're gonna. So listen, anyone listening, episode 0, the lost episode, is the greatest episode ever created in the history of podcasts. It has all the greatest secrets of all time. It will blow your mind. It will make your life infinitely better.
We actually did talk about some pretty
It'll make you laugh. It'll make you cry. It will change your life. It will fix all your problems. Episode 0 is the greatest episode ever. If this video gets 100 likes, I will release episode 0 with, and here's a special bonus to all of our YouTube viewers, I will release it with the original logo designed by exclusive logo artist JD.
Beautiful.
I mean, I just shared.
I will make 100
the
different YouTube
the
accounts
podcast
and
with my Discord
Do
right
it.
now. They're commenting on it real time.
Oh, look,
They're-
can you
they're-
read off some of the comments?
They're already laughing at
Read
Alex.
Read off
for
some
getting,
of the comments. Read off the highlights of the Discord. Live chat. We
I don't
actually
know.
have live chat.
Yeah,
That's
we
so
got
cool.
live chat. And they're laughing at Alex for getting to take the microphone.
Can you read some actual
Oh, this
comments,
is
like
true.
verbatim?
And they love the shout out. They're disappointed there are no big titty bitches.
There was 20
There was
of them.
us.
It's audio only, so
One
you
of
couldn't
them.
see them.
I'll tell them we had big titty bitches.
It was all
there.
over the place. It was insane. It was an
Whole
amazing
room.
party.
So many titties.
So little time.
So few bitches. Wait, why are you looking at me weird like that?
Big hands.
Please stop. I don't know why that triggers me so much. I don't know why.
it does
I
either,
just
but
do.
I
I
love
do not like it. It makes me uncomfortable.
I'm gonna Photoshop an image of Bigfoot and make his hands really big, and I'm gonna
Please
I'm gonna
don't.
make one every single day and send it to you
Please
every
don't.
morning. That's my graphic design degree at work. I'm gonna just Photoshop images of Bigfoot with to have really big hands and send it to Austin.
I mean,
I do not.
That's why
like
you
it.
should go to college, kids, so you can Photoshop Bigfoot.
is there any other reason to go to college?
Do you just want to pay a bunch of
Zero.
money to have professors yell at you? Yeah.
Yeah, professors that don't actually teach you anything.
I've
They
literally
just
had
give
like
you
an art
homework.
professor like walk behind me while I'm working on something, and she was like, "Oh, that looks really good. Don't mess it up."
No pressure.
Apparently, they really like Chris Chan.
Oh my goodness,
Oh,
Chris
no.
Chan.
They
Maybe
love
this can
Chris
become the Chris
Chan.
Chan podcast. Everyone loves Chris Chan except you guys for some reason.
I think we did talk about, like, when you were talking about beginning the podcast, you were thinking about making it just like talking about Chris Chan.
At one
think.
point, I was just like, "Can we just make this podcast about Chris
We're gonna
Chan?"
have a whole hour podcast about Chris Chan. It's gonna happen.
Which, I mean, I'm
Someday.
sure that
If this video
something
gets
big will
1,000
happen.
likes, no. If this video gets 10,000 likes, we will record a 3-hour podcast about Chris Chan.
Listen,
You
if-
don't need to be bribed to talk about Chris Chan.
I don't.
You talk about Chris Chan.
I'm gonna
all the
educate you
time.
guys. If this video gets 1 like, we will do a 3-hour podcast about Chris Chan.
I don't know if I can do that. Okay, but here's
You
the
don't
thing.
get a choice. I will
Like-
literally tie you to a chair.
No, okay, but here's the thing. You love Chris Chan so much. Like, once he does something interesting, you're gonna want to make it a topic,
Oh, yeah.
so everyone
I'm
will
waiting.
know.
Right now, I would do more Chris Chan topics, but right now he's so boring. He's just going on and on about the dimensional merge, or someone will share fan art, and he's like, "That's a Sonichu from the dimension 1368."
Just
You know,
pull some
look-
numbers out his ass.
he does. He just like pulls random stuff, and it's really boring because like someone will try to like be like, "Chris Chan, you gotta stop with this nonsense. You need to come back to reality. You need to start getting your life together. It's not too late to change." Chris Chan's just like, "Shut up, hater.
Shut up, loser!
I'm Sonichu."
I mean, he is basically the god of his universe.
He is the
so,
god
you
of his
know.
universe. Unfortunately, his universe doesn't exist. And in this universe, he's an almost 40-year-old autistic man.
Well, don't let your dreams be dreams.
That's true. You know what, Chris Chan? I believe in you. You can be Sonichu. I think you can run your way right off a cliff into your Seaville.
Is that what it's called, Seaville?
It's called Quickville, made from his initials CWC, so it's CWCville.
Like a quickie?
That's what not like a quickie. So he loves Sonic, so he's just like CWC. So
Okay,
quickie.
yeah, I get what you're saying.
It's really retarded.
Quickville. It sounds like some retarded you see on like a Nickelodeon. Like,
Well, I mean, his whole
Kid
reality
show.
is basically like kid shows. Like at this point,
does he still watch kid shows?
he's a brony, so yeah, he's big
Hey,
into My Little Pony.
Hey, don't
You
diss
just,
My
you just
Little
roasted
Pony.
Jonah. How could
You
you?
roasted me.
Yeah.
Jonah,
What the fuck, bro?
or do you have a Sonichu?
Oh my, yes, I do.
What's your
I
Sonichu?
I
OC?
love. Well, it's not my OC, but there's so many fun Sonic OCs that I love reading them. My favorite is Cold Steel the Hedgehog.
Oh my goodness, you're so basic,
Cold
Jonah.
Steel. Have you never seen Cold Steel?
I've seen Cold Steel. That's
I
the
love Cold
basic
Steel.
Sonic OC.
He's awesome.
Wait, is this someone
It's
that
nothing.
is
Chris made?
nothing
or is this like an
personnel,
actual-
kid.
Nothing personnel, kid. There is
No.
so many cringy Sonic OCs.
There
Like
are? Is this just a thing that
you could
people
spend
do?
the
Never
rest of
seen
your
them?
life
Not really.
categorizing all of them.
I thought this was just a Chris Chan thing.
No.
No.
People have been making Sonic OCs since like the first Sonic game was ever released.
Are they like always like?
They're
Are they always just
really
hedgehogs?
cringy. They're always over edgy. They're always hedgehogs.
You know what I really hate is when people accidentally say nothing personal, kid. It's like no, it's personnel.
Yeah, nothing. Cold Steel's catchphase is nothing personnel, kid.
Did they think that was cool when they wrote it, or
They just misspelled.
But
that
I
makes
love
sense.
it. I love the misspellings.
So,
What makes it funny, but
this
people
reminds me-
forget about it.
This is kind of going back to the Chris Chan topic. There was a YouTuber called SNT, and she does like art, and she draws people's OCs. And one of them was she's like, I'm gonna redesign Sonic OCs. So she redesigned Cold
I've
Steel the
seen
Hedgehog.
that. I've seen
And
that.
it looks really good because she makes them like robot. So she takes these really crappy OCs and tries to make them cool.
Yeah, she does it seriously.
So she did one for Sonichu and Rosachu.
Bro, did
No, I'm getting there. I know
goodness.
you're already thinking.
I'm
So
already
Christian
thinking
was like, this isn't actually Sonichu and Rosachu. This is Sonichu and Rosachu of this other dimension. And then she does one where she draws his whole like extended pantheon, his chaotic combo, where it's all the other colorful Sonichus. But instead of making them all a combination of Sonic and Pikachu, she starts taking like the Pikachu type Pokemon from each generation and making them based on that.
Oh.
And she does one where it is Pachirisu, which I think was like the 6th generation of Pokemon.
Yeah,
Their
yeah.
little like flying electric
Yeah,
squirrel.
yeah, I remember
And
that.
makes that like wild Sonichu. She combines those. And she gives him like this big bushy tail. And Christian freaks the hell out over this. Like he literally like broke his fragile mind. Like he goes on this like multi-day Twitter
Goes
rant.
into a coma.
He literally did. He went into like this elevated state of mind. He was so like he hated it so much. It's baffling. Like, and it's so funny because whenever people draw his Sonichu characters, even though their art's like a million times better than his, they always like he always like criticizes them, like because they'll do personal things like, oh, I changed up the color of this character's gloves, or I changed up the style of their shoe, and Chris Chan's like, well, Sonichu's shoe is actually light blue with lightning bolts on the side. Like, he doesn't care. He wants everything to be accurate, which I'm pretty sure is probably a symptom of his autism, where he, like, can't
Yeah,
stand people doing
probably.
other stuff. But he had a hardcore spurg out from this redesign she did of Wild Sonichu, and it was beautiful. It was probably, like, the highlight of that year of Christian.
It's quite beautiful.
It was. I subscribed to her when I saw the Sonichu redesign, and so I saw the video before, like, Christian did. So I was like, oh, this is really good. And then, like, the next day I check his Twitter, and he's, like, freaking out, like, Wild Sonichu needs his tail to be a leaf. That's how he glides. And everyone commented, like, Christian, you've literally never once drawn Wild Sonichu gliding in the comics. And Christian's like, so?
So? Oh, God.
But you have to understand, to Christian, these characters are real, and as sad and pathetic as that sounds for anyone over the age of 10, you know...
Should he be in a mental asylum?
He probably... At this, like, before, no, he would have been fine, but at this point, probably want to, like, lock him away.
I mean, he just needed better parents.
He did.
He needed some real
Bob
help.
was a good parent. I mean, Bob suffered from the fact that he just had this old world mentality, but he really tried. Barb is like the reason Christian has all his worst personality defects.
Well,
So just remember, guys, no matter how bad we are, we're not as bad as Christian.
exactly.
Good
That makes
way
me
to
feel
think
better.
about
And no matter
things.
how much our parents, we disagree with our parents, they're not as bad as Christian's parents.
This is true, because he is a failure. No, I'm just kidding. Not really.
Every
If we
day.
want to have him on the podcast, you can't say that. Of course, all the stuff I've said probably means he's never going to come on.
Maybe he won't listen to it before. Do you think he'd
No,
actually...
so what happens
Oh,
is
I don't-
when, like, people invite him on the podcast and stuff, he will, like, make a comment about it on Twitter, and then all, like, the white knights that don't want his feelings to ever be hurt will, like, be like, Christian, don't go on that podcast. They're going to make fun of you, or they're haters and trolls. And so he's like, I'm not going to do that. I foresaw it using my psychic powers to not go on the podcast. Like, literally... And whenever he does go on, like, people's podcasts or on their shows to be interviewed, it's all, like, the same crap where they just play along with his fantasy. Like, and I always hate that. I'm like, ask the hard-hitting questions. Mess with Chris Chan. Don't troll him, but, like, have a little fun and maybe point out, like, some issues he might have.
But, like, I feel like he'd just be too much in his
He is. He's
own
too far
head.
gone. at
I
this
feel
point.
like he'd just be like, what are you doing? Stop this.
He
You
would
are-
just shut down or just hang up. So we might be able to have Christian on for like 10 or 20 minutes before like one of our questions hits him too hard and he's like, no, and just hangs up.
Find a picture of that Sonic OC that you were talking about and just send it to him in the middle of the podcast. Be like, oh, this is my favorite one.
Maybe we'll have to drive down to Virginia and ask to interview him. But of course we'll have to like pay him to do that.
Could we just buy McDonald's?
We could just buy... No, so, like, there was this guy that had him on a podcast, like, a couple months ago, and afterwards he commented like, yeah, I took Christian out to lunch and he asked to go like and I said I would pay and he asked to go like the most expensive place around.
So he got smarter.
Yeah,
It
Christian
only
knows
took
to
forever.
now take advantage of people that offer to pay for his food. Before it was like, yeah, just get him like a 10-piece nugget and you can do whatever you want with Christian for the day.
That sounds so wrong.
It does.
Do anything for those chicken nuggies.
I'm much
To get
the
me
same
to do
way.
anything, you just have to buy me Timbits or Taco Bell.
I know. I know.
That's basically
Big
my life.
hands.
Why? It doesn't bother me. I don't
Yes,
care.
it does.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does. I can see it.
No.
Big hands upsets you.
You can hide your face from the viewers. You can't.
You can hide nothing from us. I can see into your soul, Austin. You hate big hands.
What color is my soul?
It's black.
It's black, like my soul.
All right, we are approaching an hour. I figured since the last podcast was an hour and 13 minutes, we'd probably do this one a little shorter. So, Jonah, as the host, would you like to wrap it up? It's been a lot of dead air this episode.
Like, how should I wrap it up?
What's the way you feel you should wrap it up?
I don't really know how to wrap things up.
Just do what your gut tells you.
Just like, yo, 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 yo.
Yeah, just do it. Do
This
whatever you want.
has
Do it.
been-
Wrap it up in Japanese.
Yeah, do it.
What?
You know Japanese, right?
Yeah.
I know some Japanese.
Okay, just wrap it
But
up.
like, hold on. Now I'm thinking about how to do this in Japanese. You can't just spring this on me.
I can do whatever I want. It's my
like,
podcast.
Next episode, I'll look it up. I'll actually end in
Next
Japanese.
episode, I will shoot you with a Nerf gun periodically throughout the episode.
I'll bring my
That
airsoft
sounds
gun.
awful. I mean, at least you're giving me advanced warning.
Now I'm
So
gonna change
I'll-
it.
Oh my god.
Switch it to something else.
This has been 3 guys 5 feet apart. We're not really 5 feet apart. Thank
Pretty
you
close.
for listening. I've been your host tonight, Jonah.
I'm Austin.
And I'm Michael. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Leave a comment. Send it to your grandma. Do all that good stuff, because we are desperate, incredibly desperate.
Send nudes.
Send dudes. Thank you, and have a wonderful night.